You know who's getting crossed? Who? Everybody. Everybody? You're gonna cross up everybody with these 7 unexpected bait moves. Each one of them is something that you probably haven't seen anything quite like before, and they're gonna be deadly ways to set up your defenders. Each one's got its own little twist. And at the very end of this video, I'm gonna link you to another YouTube video that'll help you take all these moves and pretty much all your moves in general and take them to the next level instantly. Coach Jesse Muench with Get Handles Basketball, where we train harder and smarter so you can play like the pros. Let's jump into the first move. The first one we're gonna start off with an unexpected way of baiting the defender. We're gonna expose the basketball by doing a crossbody step with the same side foot as the hand that has the basketball and going into a regular dribble. So just like this. That right from the get-go is probably gonna mess with your defender's head. They're not gonna see you exposing the basketball and stepping right into them coming. Now you gotta keep in mind your spacing. You wanna be more than an arm's distance away from your defender or really quick with this first step. From there, all you're gonna do is take that same side hand, just change your positioning a little bit so it comes here, and you're gonna push it out so you can come this way. Or you could push it back for more of a step back. It really depends on how your defender reaches, but typically they're probably gonna reach this way. So you can come here to kind of do more of like a step back side step as they're coming this way to free up space for a shot, or as they're coming this way, you can blow by them this way. The thing you wanna focus on is pushing with this back foot. So we're stepping with this foot here, and we're gonna push with this foot to redirect this foot here. That should get you past a lot of defenders when you catch them reaching. Click that like button if you dug that first move. Next move, things are gonna get crazy because we're gonna switch things up. We're gonna start with the same setup to try to get them to reach for the basketball again. So maybe if you hit them with the other one before and they think they know what's coming, you're gonna throw them off here. Once we get the basketball with this foot forward, we're gonna come with the other hand over the top. And again, you can work on different angle changes. But again, typically if they reach for the basketball, they're gonna come this way, right? So you'll probably wanna push the basketball more forward to continue in that direction. This hand switch is gonna throw them off though, because it's gonna look like you're turning to move this way again by turning your shoulder across, but you're really just setting up the movement this way. So you wanna make sure when you step that the ball's right next to this foot and this hand comes behind the basketball on this side so you can really push it forward. If you've hit them up with this version first, they're gonna maybe try to jump to that direction. If that's the case, you might wanna do more of a pull back. So keep in mind what your defender does, and you might wanna change that angle to pull it here. Crazy little combo that'll catch them unexpectedly. You could definitely break down some defenders with this one. Next combo is kind of like the last one, but it's gonna be a little bit quicker. Setup's gonna be the same. We're gonna switch up the setup in some of the later moves in this video. The only difference is we're not gonna switch hands here. We're gonna keep the ball in this hand again, and we're gonna go into a crossover. So it's not gonna sell this little shoulder turn to the defender like, oh, he might come back this way. We're gonna keep everything moving forward this way. This is more for like, you're taking the step and you see your defenders either jumping this way or they're not reacting. Now you just got a good quick counter move to go past them from this and pushing it back forward. Or if you see that maybe you got the angle to get the shot off, you could push it back into a crossover. Fourth one is another unexpected variation. We're gonna switch things up by doing a little remix on the second combo that I gave you. So we're gonna step forward again, same setup. Last one that's gonna be like this. We're gonna go from there into the opposite hand. Stepping forward with that same side foot, switching hands. Instead of going into Shamgar position though, we're gonna have our hand on more on the front of the basketball. From here you got two options. And this is just a little bit quicker than using the same side hand as we did before to come this way or to come back. Switching hands you'll probably find is a little more comfortable, a little bit easier to make that movement quick. So you can do those same options. Pushing more forward, I'm gonna push off this back leg to push this way. They bit on the bait here, or you can push it more back. So this foot steps forward and then it steps back. Either way, it's gonna be this foot stepping from this position, either back or forward. Okay, these moves are gonna all use a new setup. What we're gonna do from there is gonna be quite a bit different from the last one. So we're gonna start dribbling the basketball straight down. The timing is gonna be much different on this. We wanna kinda expose the basketball, again, about an arm's distance away from your defender, so when they try to go to reach for it, we're gonna step through. Dribble, then step through. That timing's important because that's what's gonna bait the defender to think it's exposed, and then when you step through, you've now protected the basketball. From there, the first option is to go into a quick behind the back. If anything, they're gonna follow you, but if they don't, you still got the perfect angle to go into that behind the back. You should be able to get past your defender a lot of times with this, and they're gonna look pretty foolish reaching for the basketball. Next one's a very sick variation. We're gonna do the same thing, dribble, step across. When you get the basketball, you wanna make sure you hop and turn your feet, okay? That's big. Both feet up, both feet down, and rotate your hips so they come squared to your defender. All in that same motion, you're gonna go into an inside-out dribble. I know that might sound tough, but it's actually probably gonna be a lot easier than you think. As long as you got your basic inside-out dribble down, you should be able to get that off. If you don't, just work on repping that out until it's comfortable. You would wanna do this in a situation where the defender doesn't completely close out on you, or even if they do get tight to you, if you hop back a little more to create a little space, now you can sell this little fake coming out of it, and they're gonna be like, oh, that's his big move. He's gonna try to go this way. They're gonna try to jump that way, boom, hand comes over the top of the ball to push it back out, and you come back to this direction. Notice how I let it expose. Boom. This one's good for like when you're a little bit tighter to your defender. You'll want to make the setup a little bit more out to the side to try to really get them to reach for it and step a little bit quicker. Put it here. As they're jumping here, you're stepping into them. So as they're going to the basketball, they're going to end up right here on you. Boom, step. And when you get the basketball, really pay attention to where your hand is. Make sure it's right here like this. So notice how my hand's kind of on top and then a little bit in front. What that's going to allow you to do is go into the next move, which is the perfect move when they're this tight for you. Boom. Go into a spin move. And you should be able to roll right off their shoulders, your back to their back right here. That YouTube video, I promise you, that's gonna help you take all your moves next level. It's right here. Just click that, check it out, you're gonna love it. I'll see you in that video in a second. And if this video helped you out, make sure you like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you catch all the newest videos. I'll see you over in this video.